wanted to let you know that the two students who raised the flag for us were Chase Thompson and Michaela Brady, and we appreciate you doing that.
We'll wait just a second for the sirens to get through. They're not coming for me. Okay, sounds like they're going the other direction. So on behalf of the city of Salem, I appreciate everybody showing up. My sincere appreciation to Matt Webster, the Iuka Grade School Band, the Iuka Grade School Choir for providing the music for this morning. I also want to say thank you to Mark Decker and everyone else who put this event together. The state's bicentennial group has contacted many cities within the state of Illinois and county seats as well to put together some type of event. That's what we got going this morning. We appreciate the county's willingness to let us participate with them and not have to have two separate flag raising ceremonies. The city will have another flag raising ceremony, or not flag raising ceremony, but we will have our bicentennial flag flying in Bicentennial Park here, which is just on the 100 block of South Broadway. So I do appreciate the opportunity for the city to participate, and I want to encourage everybody, whether it be schools or the American Legion or any other civic groups, to put together some type of a bicentennial event during this next year, and make sure the media knows about it so we can get that kicked off. Illinois has a lot to offer, and we have to celebrate some of those events sometimes. And I told Matt I would keep my speech short. He says, yeah, it's windy enough out here as it is. So with that in mind, I'm going to turn it over to State Representative John Cavalletta.
Thank you all, and welcome to Bicentennial, 200 years as a state. Can you believe that? I don't know how long we could last. Sometimes I think in Springfield we're going to make it to 200 years. But we're here, and it's a big thing. I think we're going to celebrate it on the House floor, and there's a lot of resolutions coming from a lot of different places throughout the next year. And it's something I think that we're all witnessing, and it's a great joy. And as the mayor said, we do have a great state. And I love Southern Illinois. I don't care what people say. We may have our faults, but the people down here are good. They're hardworking people. They made it, Southern Illinois, what it is. We have great schools, great people working in these communities, and great city councils. People who give their lives sometimes for the places they work. And I think we have to acknowledge that. So I want to thank you all for coming. And I'd like to acknowledge a special guest of mine today, Judge Overstreet from the Appellate Court is here. And I think you deserve a great welcome. Thank you for coming today. So, thank you all, and I hope you enjoy the next year. 2018 is coming, and of course, it will be a year of celebration. Thank you very much.
From Congressman Shimkus, who had planned to be here, who was called away to a meeting in Puerto Rico. I have this greeting from him. Mr. Irwin H. Hahn, Chairman of the County Board. Dear Mr. Hahn, thank you for your invitation to the Illinois Bicentennial Flag Raising Ceremony in Marion County. While I was excited to receive your invitation, I am unfortunately unable to attend as I originally planned. Please know that I will be celebrating this event with you in spirit and commend you for taking time to recognize this important occasion. I know all of you care deeply about our home state, and while we celebrate the past, we look forward to the future. Thank you again for your kind invitation. I look forward to seeing you the next time I am in Marion County. Sincerely, John Shimkus, Member of Congress.
I mean, a whole long
would like to thank the distinguished guest speakers and the organizations for this day being possible. The Oddfellows Lodge in Salem, there it is right over there. Mount Olive number 114 would like to thank the county board for allowing us to take the step in kicking off this year-long celebration. The apple tree that we donated is located right over here. Mark Decker says it's looking good. It's looking like it's healthy. It is an offspring from one of the last known trees planted by Johnny Appleseed Chapman. It's fitting that the State Historical Society is using Chapman's legacy to marry with the state's birthday. Johnny was active at the time of our birth and made contributions throughout the Midwest as a pioneer, an entrepreneur, and agriculturalist. He taught us that the seeds we sow are the living part of us that's left behind for future generations to reap and enjoy. I believe most would agree this is fitting at this time in our history as a nation and as a state. The State Historical Society suggests also this tree may be used by our agriculture students for study and grafting. Thank you from Oddfellows.
Good afternoon. American Legion Post 128 is happy to kick off this year celebrating Illinois Bicentennial as part of the excitement and highlighting the Marion County's part of Illinois history. We are proud to be the home of the GI Bill of Rights that helped to change a generation of veterans who came home from World War II in every complex sense. The GI Bill has provided millions of men and women a way to go to college, help purchase homes, and start businesses. 7.8 million in World War II alone. In 2018, as part of the Illinois Bicentennial, American Legion, led by local Navy veteran Brian Decker, is bringing back the Marion County Soldiers and Sailors Reunion. And Brian and I and the committee are very excited to use this bicentennial celebration to help generate the interest and reestablish the Soldiers and Sailors Reunion that began in 1883 and ran for 102 years right here in Marion County. It was truly a countrywide event. It took place in Kenmundy, Iuka, Sandoval, and Salem. Instead of a 6-day event like in the past, the reunion will be a 2-day program held in conjunction with the Little Egypt Festival Parade with a military historical display and a big dinner at the Salem Community High School to honor our veterans that Friday evening, and then on Saturday, the Little Egypt Parade will have a Soldiers and Sailors theme to it. Like to have some reenactment bands perform and so forth. And if anyone is interested in volunteering to help make this big success, join us for our first planning meeting at the American Legion on January the 9th at 6 p.m. Thank you.
Thank you to all the distinguished guests, and Mr. Webster, you and your band and your choir and the 5th grade chorus, elected officials, members of the public. This is just the kickoff. This is the start of a year-long of being proud of our piece of Illinois history here in Marion County. And in your program, it lists, we have a number of historical societies, the Marion County Genealogical and Historical Society, the Centralia Area Historical Society, Kenmundy Historical Society, and the Salem Historical Commission. And between all of those groups, you ought to connect with them at some point and learn more about our history. It's a very rich history. Keep in mind, as the mayor said earlier, there'll be events throughout the year. We're working with the local library, with Kim Keller at the Brian Bennett Library, to try and host one of the trivia nights on Illinois trivia. They're going to select a few spots throughout the state, and hopefully Marion County and here in Salem will be one of the hosts. So thank you for doing that, Kim. Excellent job by everybody again. Thank you for coming. We wanted to keep this short and sweet so you can get back to your work and play and school. Thank you, children. We really appreciate all of you did to help make this a very memorable day for the flag raising of our bicentennial. Thank you all. Have a great day.